Hey guys, I got all the little bits sewn. I will show you after we bind this rascal in. Got all the pages in order the way I wanted them. The I've got some paper clips still in there holding those pieces that flap all around. And I think I am going to, she says, looking around for washi tape. Oh dear. Did I move all the washi tape? Oh, of course I didn't. I've got my whole washi tape thing right here now. Very hard to remember when you move things. Do you guys have that? Like you just look for something somewhere because it's where it's always been, whether or not it's where it is or where it belongs. I do that. Okay, so I'm just taking the washi and I'm sticking it to my shirt just to get that tack down. And I'm going to put that there. And this doesn't seem to have that much tack to it. So I'm just going to put this one down. And that will hopefully keep our parchment paper where we want it because it's very slippery. So put this away. Check for our top. This is not our top. That's our top. Okay, so I've got everything tucked in there. There's the center. Gonna give it one more good push down with our ruler. So again, I'm using that angled edge of my Tim Holtz ruler and just holding this, as Elizabeth says, like a taco, not opening up all the pages and just making sure they're down there, folded up as tight as they can be. Did I move something? Nope. Paranoia. That's all. It's all paranoia. So I'll put that one there. And again, trying not to let those pages open. And then she drops them, of course. Get back where you can see me. I'm going to put this guy here. So he doesn't want to grab. Okay, fine. We'll put you there. And that one is not grabbed at all. This page here, this little tiny one. We'll take this and go back over like that. Get this pages all pushed together nice and tight. And try to get this little rascal, who does not want to be wrangled, but haha, we win. Yay, us. Okay, how's it looking? Are we checking the ends to make sure everything's lined up pretty well? I know you guys can't see it, but you'll have to take my word for it. Making sure all those folds are lined up pretty good. There's our center. I do want to go ahead and put one more clip right here. Can't have enough security, right? So let's take our journal. I did take all the stuff out of the back pockets. And I think what I will do, should I split this into two videos, you guys? Is it like forever? I am going to take all of our pages of June. Yep, not quite current. And clip those together so they're not in our way and they're not dropping any bits I have tucked in there. So there's that. Oh, squeaky chair, squeaky chair. And we have the holes that we punched when we made the binding. So here is our journal. I did do you the favor of pre-stringing my needle, pre-threading it because, well, that's horrible. And I picked up some more beeswax from Hobby Lobby. This is available in the sewing department. And this is the waxed linen thread that I love from Line Co. And this was the batch that was kind of crispy. So I did pick up some more beeswax to see if that would help it. See, it kind of is cranky. And once you put the beeswax on, if you kind of run it through your hands, soften up that wax, and hopefully condition that thread, because we're going to be going through our buttons, hopefully. Ooh, another itch. Well, that'll leave a mark, Brooke. And so let's off we go. Let's off we go? That's not right. I guess we should put our holes in our signature first, huh? So, I got sidetracked by beeswax. It was so exciting. Not make holes in our journal. That would be bad. Grab our pokey tool. And our template. I'm lining our template up with the top of the signature. And I've got a T on there for top. And an itchy eye. And we'll take our pokey tool and just make sure we got to get through all that plastic and everything. So I'm picking it up and making sure we're getting through. Peeking on the back to make sure we're in the right spot. We've gone through on the crease. Turn that around to make it a little easier. And yep, on the crease, excellent. And one more right there. Don't stab yourself when you're pushing through. That is a bad experience because this rascal is sharp. Once again, yes, the voice of experience. That's good. So let's get to sewing and putting on. I guess we probably should have put buttons on the first signature too, but too late now. So let's just see how it looks on one. I will find my needle that I just dropped. And I'm kind of propping the book up on my chest. I just find that to be a little easier. Go through that middle. Oh, actually, you know what? On this one, I want my knot on the outside. Do I? No, maybe I don't. Let's put it on the inside, just to switch it up. Okay, so I'm going to go through the inside. If you start on the inside of your book, your knot is going to be on the inside. If you start on the outside, conversely, your knot will be on the outside. So there that comes. And this time, I don't usually clip my tail, but this time I'm going to, only because we're going to be moving it around so much because of the buttons and yanking it. I don't want to get crazy and lose our tail. Oop. It's not clipping our tail at all. There we go. Now that's there. You get out of the way. Everyone's happy now. Good grief. It's like brain surgery around here. That's clipped. Okay. So now, let's use this fun purple button. I'll bring these so you can see them. I like this button. This purple button is a hoot. It's got 4 holes, so I'm only going to string it through 2. I think that's how this goes. So I went through 1, and I'm going across from it on the next row. Hold that up so you can see. You guys see how I did that? Okay. And I think maybe we want another button. So I'll go ahead and push this down. I'll hold it up so you can see before I stitch it through. And how about if we do we want to do a shank button? Does that work? Is that going to be too knobby under our spine? A shank button is one that has that little hook on the back. I'm a little concerned about that. I don't think I'll use that. However, here's a pretty pink one with only 2 buttons. And as I said, these are just El Cheapo plastic buttons, but I like them. They go with my current vibe. And we'll scoot that up. I think I just pulled my tail. So let's go back inside and check that out. Oh, I did. I yanked it right. Oh, no, I didn't. Yay. Okay. After this stitch, we ought to be okay. And I do have this upside down at the moment, as you can see. I'll have to remember. I don't know why I twist and turn my journals like a crazy person, but I do. So I'm going to scoot that pink one down closer to the purple one and hold it up to our next hole, which is going to be right here. So I think I have room for one little one. Do we have a little one? Oh, we have a little orange flower. We have a tiny orange flower. Let's put on, do we want the medium size or do we want the tiny size? Heavens, how to decide. Well, I think the tiny one actually might be too tiny. Just gauging by the space we have, so. Oh, actually, I take it back. I forgot. We're doing a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Don't want those overlapping. There we go. So actually, we don't so much have room for any more buttons. All right then, because our next hole is not up here. It's right here. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm a total goof today. My brain's not working. And we'll get that fed through the cover. She says. Through the cover. And fold snug. And then we'll go right through our signature. Easy peasy. Oh, thank you. It was easy peasy. That's darn exciting, isn't it? I always feel like that's a win. Huzzah. Okay, so we can give that a snug. Then we're going to go back down through this hole. Oh, this one's going to give me troubles. We have shifted our pages. Okay, I'm blaming you, but it was just me. Oh, there we go. And there it goes. It's a little tough pulling that through the, excuse me, through the page protector. Maybe this will be easier. Yes, I'm a twister and a turner, for sure. And that goes through our top hole. This is how it's looking so far. I think it would have been cute to have buttons on the first signature, but I think this is going to be okay. I think it'll be just fine. Okay, now this string is going to go in this hole. So we probably only want one button this time. Should we do a turquoise one? Here's a great big blue turquoise flower. It has no pattern on it. Or do we want a smaller one? That is the top. Let's go ahead and... I'm having hard decisions here. And we haven't done orange. Okay, the orange one is a little smaller. Let's use that one. So I'm going to go through one hole and through the other hole. And then we're going to go back through the hole. I will hold it up so you can see. And I'm going back through the hole that we came through for the pink flower. And again, we got it in one. That's awesome. Let's get our flower up where we want it. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Kind of a weird angle. I'm trying to narrate. Okay, so I'm just scooting that up the string, trying to get it sort of in the center. Pulling that snug. And then we're going to go back through our pages. Think it'll be just as easy this time? I'm feeling like it will be. Okay, I had to pause and figure out something seemed really off, and I just figured out what it was. I believe the last time I did this with buttons, I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So this is going to be a variation on the 5-hole pamphlet stitch because that's what we're doing. So we're through our cover. Let's try to get through our pages here. Once again, will it be that easy? You know, it's getting tighter, so it's a little... Oh, just made an extra air hole in my pages. Can't see what I'm doing. Okay, you are out of here. They can't all be that easy, can they? Feeling it with my thumb. There we go. Oh, we decided not to use the blue one, the turquoise one. I was thinking, what the heck? Didn't we just string that on? Okay, so I'm going to pull our orange one, adjust it on our string there. And you can adjust these more once you're done with it. I'm just trying to get them to lay kind of where they will be. I'm putting on more buttons this time than I normally would, just because I didn't put them on the other signature. And that's starting to get snug. That's cool. So this is not normally how I do the order in which I do my 5-hole pamphlet stitch, but to get the buttons where I want them, I believe I'm going to have to. So that's fun. So now we're right here in this hole, and we're going to go ahead and jump down. We're going to skip the center hole. We're going to jump down to this hole. Hopefully this works. Once again, you guys, I'm winging it. And we can kind of peek and see where our needle is. There we go. Wow. Awesome sauce. I hate that expression. Why did I just say that? Ugh, I'm going to have to edit that out. Annoying. Okay, and then this is going to go into this hole. Here's the point. Probably should have done this before I put those ties on, because they're making me a little crazy. Okay, so that's nice and snug. And now we are going to bring our buttons back. We didn't use the blue one. We could use the blue one now. And I'll hold this up so you can see it in a second. Well, I'm just trying to think. Do we want more than one button on here? It's going to look like that up there. So maybe a smaller, this one and then a smaller one. So I'll go ahead and string through those 2 holes. Really am making a federal case out of this, aren't I? I can make anything, no matter how easy, be very tricky. And then we have this little green one. Come back here. This one is a beautiful green, kind of a olivey, limey green. And it's got 4 holes, so I'm just going through the bottom right one. Whoops. And the top left one. And we're going to line those up. Don't want them touching, crashing, anything like that. Just hanging out nicely on their string. Excellent. So then I'm going to go through our bottom hole. I keep moving this out of the way because I'm convinced I'm going to hit it. And we'll have 52 button pickup. And I just don't want to. So we're through the spine. Now let's pick up our pages. See if we can get zipping right through there. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's a small summer miracle. Of course, I said that, and now the book's upside down, or something's going to happen. And we can let go of that, or let it loose, and get that snugged up a little bit. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go in. This is the bottom hole. This is the next hole up. So we're going to go through there. And believe it or not, we went right through to the other side. We are having a lucky day. Now we can adjust our little flowers. I like how these are adjusted. These look good. They need to get snugged up a little bit. That's good. All right. Now we're going to be going from here up to this hole. I'm just noticing it's totally not centered with this one. Don't know why. Don't care. But we are going to need some more buttons along here. So we have green and blue. I do love the orange. I do love the purple. We have one red one. Oh, that one's kind of fun. Red doesn't really go, but are we really into the matching? Not so much. That's a shank. This one's interesting. Kind of a clear turquoise, but we have the turquoise one there. I'm thinking, don't really want the shank. We've got a tiny pink one that's super cute. Oh, wait, do we like that red one? The red flower? Oh, I kind of like that shade of red better. I'd like to have a purple flower. Come on, purple flower, not a teeny one. I like the underside of that one. I have a light that's flickering. I thought Mark fixed that. It's making me feel crazy. Well, crazier, you know, it's all subjective. All right, so we could do a purple one, a small pink one. Just trying to see what else we have in the way of orange. I really like this one, but it's a shank. I guess it's really kind of Halloween-y, isn't it? Kind of Halloween-y. Oh, and then we have maybe we're doing small ones here, because there's a bright green one. We haven't used that color. And then we could use the red one. And I'm just holding the binding thread from where it's coming out of this hole up to the middle hole. And might be a few too many. Maybe we need one more small one. There we go. Here's a tiny orange one. We could do that. That would fit. All right, let's try that. Oh. But wait. Oh, there's a really hot pink one way down at the bottom. But it looks like it's broken. Oh, the sadness of it all. It is. One of the little holes isn't right. Okay, so I'll stop messing around. So we've got this. And we're going to put the orange one on. Easier said than done, right? Oh, please tell me you'll go through there. Well, that could be problematic, couldn't it? Let's grab our tweezers and see if we can, or our pliers, see if we can make it go through. Force. Force is good. Force works for me. I'm a beast. And it didn't break. Yay. So there's that. We'll have to do it one more time. I'm telling you, jewelry pliers are like the handiest things when you're binding a book. They come in all kinds of handy for all kinds of things. So then we'll scoot that down. And then we were going to put the purple one. Can't tell if one side's shiny and one side's matte. Okay. That's going to be the top as of now. Well, if you guys are still here, thanks for hanging out with me. I really was torn about making it 2 videos, but I kind of need my journal to be done, you know? It is, what is it, the 29th, I guess. Got a few pages to catch up in June to be ready for July. So that's fun. Not much was going on, so that means that I can do some arting and whatnot, which I enjoy. I think this is going to be super cute. The balance might not be right because I've got a bunch of small ones all together, but I can live with it. I haven't done it for a while. And I'm certainly not going to sit here and unstring them and make you guys watch because I think that would be mad. Not mad, bad. You would be mad. Come on, you. I wonder if you could do this with beads. Can you bind with beads? That might be fun. Let's try. Gosh knows I have beads. Okay. Then we've got our last little green one here. I was just trying to space those out. Oh, this one's going to fight with me too. Well, ooh. There's that. Get it down close to where I want it because it doesn't slide all that easily. I have glue all over my fingers. That's probably not helping at all, is it? There we go. That one wanted to go through. It just wants to be done with this. Just be done. Okay. So I'm trying to get them to all lay the way I want them to be. We can put a little more space between them because, well, I didn't center my knots very well. Okay. If you guys weren't sitting here watching, I think I would probably add one more bead, but I'm guessing you're ready to reach through the screen and pound me. So I don't think I will. To save us both the pain, we're going to go back in our center hole there. Find the center of our signature. Come on, you want to go... Oh, look at that! It did want to go through. Well, other than the button fiasco, you guys, that went super nicely. I love when that happens. Oh, I really do. I made bigger... I made the holes on the spine bigger, and I'm wondering if that helped. It does kind of leave a little bit of a mess, but our buttons will distract from that. Make sure they're nice and snug. Aren't they adorable? Guys, look at our buttons. They're so cute. Make sure we're good and tight on our strings. There's a fine line between snug and tearing. Try not to cross it because it's a pain. Like on this, I just ripped it a little bit. I'll just stick some washi tape on there and go about my business and everything will be just fine. But better if you don't do it. Let's take our clips off from everywhere. See if it's going to wiggle. And if not, we got us a bound-in signature. Take that needle out before I stab myself. Gosh. Over here, I do keep my needles in a piece of wool felt. That keeps them from getting rusty. And I just clip it on with my stabby mat and my wash linen, just to kind of keep everything together. Okay, so now I'm going to close our signature. And one of the things having the soft spine is your pages do give a little bit. It's not wiggly at all, as you can see, but sometimes they just sort of shift a little bit. But let's go ahead and tie this off. Have I said a million times? Super sorry. Apparently, I'm off in some other world today. And as you can see, I used way too much string. I don't know. I wasn't sure how much extra it would use doing the buttons. So I'd rather have too much than too little. If you guys are not new here, you've heard that once or twice. I'll just put 3 knots in to be on the safe side. And we'll give that a little haircut. Oops. Scissors buried. Ta-da! Alrighty then. Look at that, you guys. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, let's start back at the beginning of the signature. We can take off our washi tape. Oop, got a little bit of graph paper, but that's okay. That's easy to fix. So there is our deli paper, jelly printed deli paper. Here is our page 1. Here, 2, 3. This can come off now. So that'll be July 3rd. And then when you flip it over, we've got July 4th. I went ahead and sewed the bag and the strip of paper that we put together. And then I added these flappy flowers. I just thought they were fun. And this little red flower sewed down along there where we put the photo sleeve inside the bag. And then I realized also that on this side, I went ahead and punched a thumb notch and inked the edge, but there's a little tiny pocket there in addition to the giant one up here. So that was fun. I'd forgotten that a bag will do that for you. Then we've got our graph paper pages, and I will go through and glue these together and then washi tape the edges. Whoa! There's some orange for you. And I do like to kind of press it and get it trained to lie where I want it to. And here's our little short page, which is fine. There's the other side of it. Here's our page that keeps opening forever. Oh, it wants to fold there because I had to refold it. I did a really pretty stitch on my machine that's little flowers. However, it was way too close together and it just about perforated the paper. So I'm going to put some washi tape or something over there to reinforce it. But that's the inside. So we've got all that to journal on. And we've got that pocket that we made right there. Yeah, that was a problem. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so there's that. Then more graph paper. There's the kit page. More graph paper. Couple pages of that. The other half of our orange. More graph paper. There's the other half of our dyed paper. On this side it has a flap, but it could certainly go to this side depending on what's happening on those days. Now you can flap it that side. You could glue it here and here and make it a side pocket. You could just glue it across here and cut this or cut this way and make it a little side tuck. Lots of things you can do with a flap. And there is composition book. And here's our washi and our jelly plate. There we go. Get that off. See, guys, I think we're good. Let's admire our spine again. I don't want to tear the deli paper. I guess this washi tape had a little more oomph than I thought. I'm going to go ahead and just fold it over. It's colorful. It'll be fun. There we go. It's like a little tab to turn the page with. So there we go. There's our back page with our stickers. I took my other stickers out again, just so they wouldn't be flapping around when I was trying to bind all this together. Did we get our clips off? I think we did. Then we can turn it over. Oh, look at how cute. You guys, that was so fun. I'm so glad we did that. So pull out your buttons. Old vintage buttons would be perfect. If you want colorful ones and don't have them, use your alcohol inks on some white ones or some pale colored ones. I thought about doing that, but I needed to get the video made because I need my journal. So there you go. Isn't it cute? I hope you had fun. Let me pull it up a little bit so you can see. I hope you enjoyed that. You got something out of it, and I appreciate you being here. I will see you before the 4th of July, but in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.